technically, Charles Martin is better than Deontay Wilder.
We could have said Eric Butterbean, couldn't we?
Oh my God, he's got in there because you knew, didn't you?
Well, I thought it was a bit strong. Welcome to Talk Boxing, the Q&A with Simon Jordan and Spencer Oliver. Don't forget to keep liking and subscribing to the channel. Of course, keep leaving the brilliant questions in the comment section below. But let's get into the show, Spencer, and the questions. First one out. Robbie Long asks, will the IBO be... I thought that was like a disease you got in your stomach, or was that IBS? IBS. Will the IBO... will the IBO be a legit title in the next 5 years? No.
Yeah, they're like the IBO,
we don't need any more titles. We need less titles.
The IBO's been around forever. You know, it is where it sits. You know, you got the WBO, WBC, WBA, IBF. The IBO sits there. It's not really a recognised title.
It's the sort of Chris Eubank Jr. sort of title.
Yeah, it's not a recognised title.
Not a recognised title.
So,
okay.
Yeah, will it get any more?
So no, I don't think it will become a legit title because there's no need for it. In fact, there should be less titles.
I agree.
It should be streamlined so that we see more fighters having to fight the best to be the best.
Do you remember the WBU title? Ricky Hatton had the WBU title. I think he defended it about 20 times. It's non-existent now. It's done.
The next one is from C. Davis, and this is about you and your disrespect. Is Deontay Wilder underrated and disrespected? Spencer comparing him to Charles Martin last week was a disgrace. I thought so too.
Who is this person?
Sorry? C. Davis.
C. Davis,
yes.
right. Well,
he stands a chance against every fighter, past or present. Put some respect on this man's name.
Right, so C. Davis has totally misinterpreted
everything I said. I thought it was a bit strong myself.
No, what I said was, technically, listen to my answer. Technically, Charles Martin is better than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is a much better fighter. I'm not denying that. Yeah, but I'm saying technically he's better.
Puncher.
Better, better puncher, yeah. But like that unorthodox slinging punches like you're bowling a cricket ball, etc., can be more difficult than the guy that's technically correct. So I think they misunderstood my answer to that question. Not saying that Charles Martin is a better fighter, and I've got no disrespect on Wilder's name because you give Wilder a chance against any of the current champions because of his punching power, but technically he's crap. There you go.
That sounded much more respectful.
There you go.
I can see why the person was unsure about what you meant.
You know where I'm coming from?
I do.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do, but there could be arguments made about many a fighter that technically they weren't great.
Yeah.
But I do think I don't think you were disrespectful to Deontay Wilder. I think you called it.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Brendan M. Who is the best pound for pound fighter you've ever seen live?
Oh God, best pound for pound fighter I've ever seen live.
I'm going to say Lennox Lewis.
Oh my God, he's got in there because you knew, didn't you?
Quick.
You knew I was going to go there, right?
So
Lennox Lewis.
Snooze, you lose.
Lennox Lewis is definitely up there, right? But I'm gonna throw. This is going to be different. My answer's going to be different because the best pound for pound fighters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've been
live.
Beat. I've been beat.
Well, it's fine. Didn't
I know it's a weird one. I see Pat, the producer, looking at me now going, "What?" So I watched Roy Jones Jr., who's one of the best pound for pound fighters that's ever lived till today. Got beat by Joe Calzaghe. I was there, ringside.
Yeah.
And he lost.
Right.
Yeah. And there was another one, but I forgot it. The technique, and he got beat as well. I'll come back to that.
Well, I mean, I would say Lennox Lewis. Because I saw him in a box. Mike Tyson, yeah. And I would say, when I saw Don Curry get beat by Lloyd Hannigan, going into that fight, he was pound for pound.
I like that.
And the fact that Lloyd Hannigan broke him up and broke him down was a remarkable achievement. But I'm going to stay with my Lennox Lewis. I mean, we can talk about a variety of other fighters. But
who did you see Lennox beat?
I saw him beat Hazim Rahman. I saw him fight twice against Evander Holyfield.
Nice.
I saw him fight Michael Grant.
Yep.
There's one other I saw him fight.
I saw him flatten Francois Botha.
I saw him fight. I saw Francois Botha, and I also saw him fight Vitaly Klitschko.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, brilliant.
His last fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the ones that my pound for pound stars got beat, but still.
Final question. This is from Wilson, and I'm not going to contribute this because I couldn't come up with an idea. You might be able to. So Wilson might have either stumped us, or you're going to be the saviour of this question.
Let's do it.
What current boxer's backstory would make the best film?
I've got one.
Go ahead.
I've got one, and he's not a known boxer. That's the point. But he's a current boxer. You just had him on your show recently, the other week. Fraser Ali. What an incredible story. When you're talking about a young fighter that's just come. So his story was that he had a car crash. 7 of his brothers and sisters died in that car crash. Right. He was the only survivor. but he was burnt as well. They all burnt alive. He was in hospital for two or 3 months. His dad, who was a drug addict, a heroin addict, come and nicked him from the hospital, took him to a hostage house, held him in a desert
I remember him telling
for
us
about
that.
a year. They held him there trying to sell him. A woman come to buy him, but because he wouldn't let the woman see him, she said, no, I'm not. He said, sorry, I'm not selling him. Then something had happened and his dad passed away. He escaped. His dad died. He went back to his mum and he come to seek refuge here. He was sleeping on the streets of London, I think it was Liverpool Street or somewhere. He ended up in West Ham. Someone took him to West Ham Boxing Club and that's how he got into boxing. And now he's professional boxing on Saturday night, actually. Razor Ali's boxing Saturday night. He's having his 8th professional fight. He's unbeaten. But what a story!
It's a good
man. What
first
a
act.
film.
It's a good first act of a film, isn't it? What Razor Ali needs to do is go and compete in boxing and be something of significance, and then it becomes a good backstory.
But what an inspirational story! Like, you know, to go
I suppose if I'm thinking on my feet, I would say maybe Ben Whittaker, because of the fact that he was so vitriolic about winning the Olympic silver.
Yeah.
If he goes on and wins a world title and with all the style that he's got to bring to the ring, he might be an interesting story. But that's just me making it on the back of a fag packet. Right, that's it for this week's edition of Talk Boxing, the Q&A. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to keep leaving your questions in the comment section below, liking and subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you next time.